Good morning, happy Friday, and happy birthday to me. We need to get these garbage bins in, and then we are going on a showing. We have a pretty jam-packed day today, which is nice. Again, on a Friday. We have the showing, have a Zoom meeting. Gotta get some work done because we have some door knocking today, so we gotta get a flyer finalized and printed for that. We have a CMA or a market analysis of a property we have before that, and then we are previewing a property before the showing as well. So a lot of stuff going on, and then this evening we're having my mother and the in-laws over for some birthday dinner on this. Also, it is Good Friday. We're gonna have a great day. Let's make it happen. We just got done with the first showing. Sometimes this is that whole pictures don't always do justice. In this case, it goes on the opposite spectrum. We took a look at some photos and some comps last night, expecting a little bit different. We get there and it is just not in the same condition. Cabinets are pretty beat up. The flooring was a little beat up. Great potential, just not kind of what they were expecting. We've both felt, myself and the young gentleman checking this place out, that it was a little overpriced to begin with, and now we definitely feel, after seeing it in the condition and being there, there was some blown seals. The sliding glass door needs to be replaced. That's going to be expensive just from the sheer size of it. We'll see what happens. If he likes it, we're just going to write an offer where we feel comfortable and get that negotiation to get to work. See you soon. The joys of trying to call the Cook County building department. We had our Zoom meeting. It was good, a lot of information. I'll tell you more about it later. It was not real estate related. It's a lot going on. It is time to roll. All right, so what are we doing? We need to stop at Walgreens to pick up a prescription. We'll probably get into more details in the near future. We do have a small surgery coming up next week, so we're getting prepped for that. That was kind of what our Zoom was about. Yeah, let's go with that. Got the flyer made for door knocking. Need to stop at Walgreens first, and then we have a CMA in New Lenox, and then a agent preview for our property, also in New Lenox, and then door knocking in New Lenox. So it is a great New Lenox workday. Let's get cracking. I really need to do some maintenance to the good old diesel grill here, so that will be also coming up. All right, so we got the prescription from Walgreens, and we just did our CMA. This was nice, little recap. We actually spoke to these people back in like September of 2021. So sometimes when people say, oh, this real estate game is easy, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a long game. Putting in the time, sometimes it doesn't pan out, which is okay. I guess that's what makes all of this entrepreneurial journey fun. But it was nice to kind of catch up, see what they've been up to and figure out how to best serve and help them. So now it is time to go do the home preview. And again, unfortunately, can't film in there. And then we're gonna do some door knocking and then a birthday dinner. See you soon. We're doing a family startup of the car.
Where's Ellie?
And I think Emery's coming out. First she didn't want to come out, but now she does. We're gonna start up the car for Dad's birthday.
Daddy and daughter time.
Right.
Hey, Baba. Look.
The showing went well in the regards that it was nice to do our first showing with the buyer. He brought his parents. It was nice to meet them. However, this home fell into that it was nicer in pictures. We kind of knew that it needed a little bit of TLC when we got there. However, the photos did not do any justice for the property. It was in way worse shape. Not the best homeowner Hank project, meaning I don't know if they just had contractors that didn't care, or maybe they didn't know what they were doing, but it, in my opinion, overpriced and then needed a ton of work. So that one is out. Right now I'm going through a bunch of properties for a different buyer to take a look, give some notes and some thoughts before we finalize the list to go see. I'm not gonna lie, I'm fighting a terrible headache, so it is proving to be difficult, but we are pushing through. My lovely wife brought me some apples, so hopefully that helps. Then we have a last minute showing that we are going to this evening, and then hopefully making some dinner and relaxing. Tomorrow's Easter. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I have an expander in my mouth. Don't make this weird. I know I sound a little different, but let's get to it. Right now, we got to finish up our newsletter. We have to prep for multiple showings today. We are going out with, I think, 3 different buyers. We also need to prep for a listing photo shoot. We got a new listing coming up, and we also need to prep for some paperwork to go over for that listing as well. So we have a jam-packed day. I'm going to take you along. I won't have this in all day. I will tell you more about that. There's a lot of stuff going on in the health space for me, so we'll share that, but let's get going. I don't know if you could see this, but I got my sunroof open and it's snowing in the car. So happy April. We are about to do showing number 1. Ellie is dropped off at school. As you know, cannot take you in there, but we shall see. All right, let's do this. We are back from the showing. It went well. The seller and the agent, I think, have underpriced this property to encourage a feeding frenzy, as you could call it. So we will see. We'll have to run some numbers and see where we're going, but we anticipate this being a slight battle. So we're going to put our best foot forward and see what we can do. Was the house perfect? No. But was it better than what is on the market? Yes. There's some concerns we have. It's an older home, so the basement and foundation is a little bit of a concern. But for the most part, we think it's in good shape. So we shall see. I will keep you posted on that, but I believe we're going to have to gear up for war just because of the strategy that these sellers have taken. Right now, we are in front of, or on the side of, a listing, upcoming listing. I got here a little bit early, going to take some notes for the property. We're meeting our photographer, so we'll take you behind the scenes of getting this home ready to go on the market. Our second buyer showing is completed. This was another one of those where the house did not match the photos. It was pretty much a no from the second that we got in. Also, not the end of the world, but the buyers were pretty late, so now we're a little behind, but we will make it work. It's not a big deal. Sometimes things happen. We do have a quick minute where we can stop at home, get some, restock our food. We do have a video call, and then another showing, and then paperwork, and then potentially some work this evening. Otherwise, I think I might be totally toast by the time I get home this evening. Hopefully I don't forget the lockbox or the sign so that I can just bring that with me today. Don't try this at home. You gotta be a real trained professional to cook with a fork, let me tell you. Going with tuna, eggs, sourdough, and a little bit of honey. It's 9:20, I just got home. That was a long but productive day. That listing appointment was a little rough. Can't tell you too much details now, but sometimes this business is not always sunshine and rainbow. Sometimes there are tough conversations and tough situations. Had to expand her back in. We'll get through it. We'll figure it out. Had to visit snail bums. Got to do some maintenance on the daily, and I just don't know if I'm gonna get to it. And snail bums is the best. So just dropped off the diesel. We will check back in after surgery.